I mean, wow. Wow.
Angel Reese is definitely finding her own, and I think
Knowing the way they treat her, they would probably fine her and suspend her.
The behavior that Angel Reese has been displaying is embarrassing.
Angel Reese was suspended on July 7th after delivering an impressive performance with 22 points and 15 rebounds, despite a narrow 2-point loss to the Mystics. In a shocking moment caught live on national television, she slapped a clipboard out of her coach's hands. The Chicago Sky has now taken decisive action, and the entire WNBA is stunned.
Today is another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes.
Is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's hand.
On July 7th, after putting up an impressive 22 points and 15 rebounds against the Washington Mystics, Angel Reese made headlines, but not for her performance. During a heated timeout, in front of a national television audience, Reese smacked a clipboard straight out of her assistant coach's hands. That's right. Frustration reached a boiling point following yet another narrow loss, and now the Chicago Sky has suspended her indefinitely. So, the question is, has the league finally had enough of Angel Reese's antics, or is this just another chapter in the chaotic rise of one of the most polarizing figures in women's basketball? Honestly, it was one of the most disrespectful acts ever witnessed from a professional athlete toward a coach. Just when it seemed the drama around Angel Reese couldn't escalate further, she took it to a whole new level. This wasn't just a tense exchange or a sideline glare. She physically slapped the clipboard out of her coach's hands on live TV, in front of millions. The moment screamed defiance, like she was done listening. Let's be real, this kind of behavior doesn't belong in the professional ranks. Within minutes of the incident, Clutch Sports posted the clip and it went viral. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. The backlash was instant and intense. Fans called it embarrassing and disrespectful. Many said she had to be suspended. The final score? 81-79. The Mystics barely escaped with the win. And here's the wild part. This wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a meaningless game. It was a gritty, competitive battle that came down to the final seconds. The Sky could have, and probably should have, won that one. But like much of their season, the game slipped away. Angel Reese was dominant once again. 22 points, 15 rebounds. For assists, another monster double-double that's almost become routine for her. But not a single headline focused on that. No highlight reels, no praise for her performance. Everything shifted to that one moment, the clipboard smack. That tells you everything. No matter how well she plays, she keeps getting in her own way. And it's frustrating because statistically, she's been the backbone of this struggling team. But they're 5-13. That's not just a bad record. It's a collapsing season. Every game adds more pressure. Every timeout is tense. Every possession is heavy. And now, it's all unraveling in public. The conversation isn't about one outburst anymore. It's about a locker room on edge, a team with no direction, and a star who looks like she's had enough. Some fans say it's passion. Others say it's a red flag. Regardless, this isn't the leadership a team in crisis needs. So, what happens now? Another fine? Another suspension? A trade? No one knows. But what's clear is that this wasn't just a bad look. It could be the breaking point for the Chicago Sky. The coaches have clearly lost control of this team. And let's be honest, this isn't just about missed layups or losing streaks. It's about chemistry breakdowns, emotional blowups, and a squad that looks like it's being held together by hope and duct tape. And at the center of the storm? Angel Reese. There's no denying it. Reese is a generational talent. The numbers, the highlights, the impact, she has it all. But lately, what she seems to lack is composure. Her on-court body language speaks volumes. Eye rolls, tense sideline exchanges, brushing off coaches, and then, of course, the infamous clipboard moment. And sure, she might be right about the officiating. The WNBA refs have been questionable. But that move, the clipboard slap, was more than frustration. It was a clear message. I'm done listening. The tension wasn't just visible, it was palpable. And it didn't come out of nowhere. This felt like something that had been simmering for weeks. Now look, this isn't about dragging a young star. But Angel Reese is a role model. She's supposed to be setting an example for girls who look up to her, who wear her jersey, who see her as the face of the future. And right now, that image is cracking. Fans are split, some defending her passion, others exhausted by the chaos. Yes, it was a moment of frustration. But when you're Angel Reese, the face of a franchise, every move matters. This wasn't just a flare-up. It might have been a warning sign that everything in Chicago is falling apart. Everything an athlete does sends a message. And right now, the message Angel Reese is sending isn't about leadership. It's about frustration, rebellion, and a team unraveling in real time. Tyler Marsh, the head coach of the Chicago Sky, is right in the middle of it all. Let's be honest, coaching a team with strong personalities isn't easy. But when your star player smacks a clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands during a live national broadcast, and your response is silence, no timeout, no benching, no disciplinary action in the moment, that raises real questions. Who's really running the team? People aren't even talking about the double-doubles anymore. We know Angel Reese can drop 22 and 15. That's routine for her. But this isn't about stats anymore. It's about accountability. When a player disrespects a coach like that, and nothing happens, that doesn't look like leadership. It looks like fear. Fear of upsetting the star. And that's not coaching. That's babysitting. And it's not the first time chaos has erupted under Marsh's leadership. The Sky have been riddled with sideline outbursts, chemistry issues, and emotional volatility all season. This isn't just a player problem, it's a culture problem. And in sports, when the culture's broken, the heat lands on the coach. Critics haven't held back. They're calling Marsh's approach soft, ineffective, and saying his credibility is crumbling. That's not shade. It's a full eclipse of confidence. Here's the heartbreaking part. This could have been a comeback year. Reese has been phenomenal on the court, 12 points and 12 boards per game. Her field goal percentage has improved, and her impact is undeniable. Sure, she's picked up 5 technicals, but she plays with a fire most teams would kill for. The problem? No one's steering that fire. It's burning out of control. We're watching a slow-motion meltdown, game by game. Even with Reese saying all the right things, crediting teammates, coaches, and urging her squad to keep pushing, there's a disconnect. A deep one. And fans are starting to ask the tough questions. Has Angel Reese become bigger than the team? Has she crossed that line where even coaches are afraid to check her? Because if that's the case, the collapse isn't coming. It's already started. You can have all the talent in the world, but without accountability, it means nothing. Bottom line, leadership isn't just about dropping 20 and grabbing 15. It's about composure, respect, and showing your team how to handle adversity. And right now, both Reese and Coach Marsh are missing that mark badly. Let's rewind for a second. The clipboard incident wasn't the beginning. It was just the latest explosion in a season full of them. Go back to June 2025. The most talked about matchup of the year, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. It wasn't just buckets being exchanged. It was glares, words, and eventually a physical altercation that had the entire sports world on fire. That clash turned ugly fast. The league handed Reese a 2-game suspension minimum, and Chicago hit her with something heavier, an indefinite suspension for conduct detrimental to the team. That wasn't a slap on the wrist, it was a statement. You're not coming back until your behavior changes. But when she did return, the storm didn't calm. If anything, it picked up speed. Fast forward to July 2025. The Sky drop a heartbreaker to the Minnesota Lynx. Final score aside, Reese wasn't angry about missed shots. She was furious at the refs. And she made it very clear. In her post-game press conference, she unloaded and censored, raw and raging, called the officiating cheap, diabolical, and dropped a defiant, "I don't give a damn if I get fined." Guess what? She got fined. At this point, she's not just battling opponents, she's going toe-to-toe with referees, the media, maybe even the league itself. Her fan base loves it. They see her as fearless, standing up for her team. But critics say she's pushing the league too far, writing checks with her mouth that the WNBA is about to cash hard. So, where does that leave us? Angel Reese is no longer just a player. She's a rebellious force the league doesn't know how to contain. And the media? Some say they're piling on. That she's judged 10 times harsher than male players. That when a man explodes on the court, he's fiery. But when Reese does it, she's out of control. And let's be honest, there is some truth to that double standard. Still, bad behavior is bad behavior. The clipboard slap, the tirades, the lack of control, it's unacceptable for any player at any level. Her current suspension for the clipboard incident is still hanging. But the pressure is mounting. All eyes are on the Chicago Sky front office. Are they finally going to take a stand? Or are they too scared to rein in their biggest star? That's the million-dollar dilemma. Bench her and face backlash. Let it slide and lose the locker room. And don't think trade talks aren't already swirling. If this energy continues, if the team keeps spiraling, don't be surprised if her name starts popping up in trade rumor threads. Because every franchise has a breaking point, even one with a generational talent like Angel Reese. So, here's the real question. Is there still a way back? Can Reese turn the corner, refocus, and become the leader her team so desperately needs? Can she channel that fire and passion into something powerful and productive? Or have we reached the point where the chaos officially outweighs the value?